Hello, I'm Bood FM and welcome to episode 80 of my Manchester Central series. As always, thanks for joining me. And if you're a Manchester Central fan and a long-time subscriber, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on. Well, I'll explain in a minute. Well, in episode 78, we ended this great long-running series when I won the Premier League and the Champions League. If you watched episode 79, you'll know we jumped in a DeLorean time machine with the Doc and we went 10 years into the future. I was quite emotional because I wasn't happy with what happened to my team. So what I've done is now, I got in touch with Rick from Rick and Morty. If you've never seen Rick and Morty, check it out. It's the best cartoon ever. And he helped me make my very own portal gun. Check this out, right? So what we're currently doing is, we're travelling through an interdimensional portal into another dimension. A dimension where Bood FM, a different Bood FM, never resigned. No, he carried the series on, stayed in charge, carried his YouTube channel on. So we're going to jump into his dimension. I'm going to have a little nosy about and see what would have happened if I didn't quit. See if I did a better job than the computer, because the computer did a shit job. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think we're going to be arriving any minute. So before we do arrive, make sure you smash the like button. Just help me out. If you're brand new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. And if you are brand new, what you're doing at the very end of the series, go and watch all the other 79 episodes. It is the best series on YouTube. And also, hit the notification bell and you'll never miss an episode, right? Hey, we're about to arrive. Let's get into it. Hello, I'm Bood FM and welcome to episode 103 of my Manchester Central series. As always, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Sorry about this. Everyone knows I'm filming. Who is it? It's me. Who's me? Bood FM. I'm Bood FM. What are you talking about? Come in. Hello. Bloody hell. You are me. I know I am. How's this? What's happening? I'm from another dimension, mate. From another dimension. How have you got here? Made this kick-ass portal gun? Well, that's pretty cool. To be fair, I couldn't do that. So why are you here? Just wanted to show my subs another timeline. What's different with your world to my world? Well, in my world, when I won the first league title in the Champions League, I quit. I wanted to end it on a high. That's cool, but why would you resign from this great club and this series? It's the best series on YouTube, isn't it? Don't know, felt right. I'm building a dynasty. That surprises me, that. I must admit. But yeah, you're welcome to look around, mate. Yeah, thanks. Just while I'm here, out of interest, how many subs have you got? About 45,000 subs, yeah. How many have you got? 46,000. Wow, that's good. Well done, well done. Well, wait a minute, where's your whiskey? What do you mean, where's my whiskey? That's Evian water. Water. I don't drink whiskey. I bet in this freaking world you're best mates with Dr. Benji, aren't you? Yeah, me and Dr. Benji, best friends, went for a brunch this morning. Wow, what a knob. I'm getting out of here, me. See you in a bit. Charming. So here we are, and it is the 1st of June 2029, and I have been playing 3 years of this, and it's been a lot of fun. I will be honest though, there's moments that have really been frustrating. I'll talk about that. There's been moments of absolute brilliance, which I really wish we could have shared together. If you're a massive Central fan, I'd love to have shared it with you, but obviously the series is finished. But I have played 3 years, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through each season. I'm just going to show you the kind of players I've brought in and how well we've been doing in different competitions. And it's just been a lot of fun just to play it with that freedom, without the pressure of having to film and without having to wait. Getting to a certain point, you have to stop when you film a series because you need to stop and wait to film for the next episode. But I've just been able to get stuck into it. But like I said, parts have been frustrating, parts have been emotional, both on and off the pitch. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll start off in the first year, talk about the transfers, and then we'll go through each competition. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. Can't wait to share it with you. And here we are, this is the first season off YouTube without you guys watching, and your eyes do not deceive you. This was my transfer activity for that summer. Now, I have said in the past, you always need to at least freshen something up. Man City tried doing this a couple of years ago in the series, you might remember, and I don't think they did too well. The way I looked at it was, we just won the league, right? And we just won the Champions League. I felt like the team had blossomed. You'd seen that team blossom. They were 24, 25 years old. The best years were ahead of them. So I thought, let's not do anything for a year. Let's see if this team can repeat, because they're still young and good, right? And let's save that money, because I haven't got the spending power of Manchester United or City. I don't start every summer with £200 million to spend. I just never did. I really had to stretch the money out. So I thought a year off from spending is save up basically for the next year if it went tits up. So yeah, the first season without you, I didn't buy anybody. So we'll start off with the League Cup, because it's probably the lowest of the cups. We've got League Cup, FA Cup, Premier League, and then we've got Europe as well. Now, obviously, you've got to know that going into the season, I was Champions of England and Champions of Europe. So I wasn't really going to take this too seriously, and I didn't take it too seriously, but we still got to the semi-finals. But the first leg against Chelsea, we got beat 4-1. Yeah, it was too much of a hill to climb. We beat them in the return game at the Sir Brett Dalton. But yeah, semi-final of the League Cup. Now, when it came to the FA Cup, I was massively disappointed, because during the series, I never won it. And I think the last few years, especially the Premier League years, we had every chance of winning it. And I wanted to complete the full set before I finished. So unfortunately, I never got to do that. And plus, it's the FA Cup. It's pretty special to me. I like the FA Cup. So yeah, devastated, getting knocked out by Watford. We were champions. I finished the season in 5th place. Maybe it's because I didn't buy anyone. Rested on what we had, and I needed to improve. Man United bounced back with a brand new manager. They claimed their title back just by a point over Chelsea. Liverpool and City finished above me. It just, yeah, it wasn't like we were bad. We just dropped certain points in silly games, and obviously lost quite a lot of games as well. So yeah, I was devastated. But the way I saw it was, we'd saved up a lot of money, and I'd have a massive overhaul maybe in the summer. But the season didn't end totally on a damp squib. No, because we did a freaking repeat in the Champions League. Where we were poor in the Premier League, we were awesome in Europe. We didn't get beat in any game. We drew a few games, don't get me wrong, but we knocked out United, Real Madrid, Monaco. We did fantastic in the group stages. Group wasn't the toughest, but we were European champions, and we stood up to them again and did back-to-back European titles. And we beat Atletico Madrid 6-2 in quite possibly the best final ever. And this is one of them moments where I was like, oh, I wish I could have shared it with you on YouTube, man. I really do. But it's pretty special to do back-to-back Champions Leagues, and it kind of saved my season, really. Now, of course, at the end of the series, we won the Champions League, so obviously we went into the club World Championship, whatever it's called, the following season, the first season without you guys, and we won, beat Boca in the final. It's never, whenever you're a Champions League winner, you usually win this tournament, I find. I've very, very rarely, I don't think I've ever lost it, but it's just cool being world champions. Now, going into the second year without you guys, obviously now we've won the Champions League, we're still champions of Europe, but I think I needed a whole overhaul of the squad, so got me trusty pan and ped, made lots of notes. I've been scouting all year anyway, and the philosophy behind what I wanted to do now it was off YouTube was maybe not always go for the superstar Brazilian that I could sign, because we could. Reputation was brilliant. We were the #1 team in England at the time as well. So even though we hadn't won the league, but Europe really helped with that, I just thought I want to bring back like an English identity. I think we had an English identity earlier in the series, and then I started to obviously buy players from abroad and so on. Getting the better player, not the nationality. Now England's got loads of good players on this database, and that's what I did. I went for available good English players, but also got some cracking money. And I ended up spending less than I brought in, so it was just a fantastic summer of transfers. So this is what I did. Going out, Alfredo was my backup goalkeeper. Watford spent an absolute fortune on him. He's good, but when they came in with this, it's 48 million in total. I couldn't turn it down. He wanted to leave. He'd asked to leave because he hadn't been playing for 2 years. So I snapped the hand off. Julian Garcia, you remember me, Mexican left winger / striker. Again, he'd not been playing. He wanted to leave, and I didn't offer any of these players out. I just put them up for sale, and teams came in. So he ended up leaving
for a really good, about 70 million. I mean, not a bad deal really, I can't lie. Then Quintas, one of my favourite centre halves. Now it's worth 37 now. Don't forget the values you're looking at now is into the future. Obviously, I'm looking back in time in a minute, but they came in with a great price. Again, I couldn't say no. He'd also asked to leave, but I really liked him, didn't I? If you look at his skills, he's good. I don't think he was worth 62 million, so I think they were silly. But I just liked him. He was massive, wasn't he? But he did make a few mistakes, so got mega money for him. Next player to leave was Ghazali. He had backup left back, who got 30 million for from Manchester City of all clubs. I was quite surprised. I mean, he is a good left back. Ghazali left for a decent amount of money, and then Diego Alonso got 26 million for him from West Ham. Again, a similar deal because I bought a winger from them. Now West Ham are like a mid-table team who had England's #1 left winger, who I'm going to show you in a minute. So that was a great deal, really. I was well impressed with that, I cannot lie. So, what did I do with the ins? Well, we brought in a guy called Ken Roy Noble for 60 million from Chelsea. He's now worth 75 million. He's England's #1 right winger. He wanted to leave, he'd done it all at Chelsea. Fair enough. So we put a bid in, got accepted, signed him. Really happy with that. I brought in Dave O'Connell, who's alright. He's probably not as good as Alfredo, but I brought him in as a backup goalkeeper. And the reason being, Reading were in the Championship, but he was England's 3rd goalkeeper. So I was like, if he's in the England squad, it's got to be good enough for my backup. I brought in Harrison Litter. Again, he's a player who wanted to leave. He was unhappy at Arsenal. Fantastic centre half. Plays for England. Can cover at full back as well, but he's naturally a centre half. I was happy with this. Happy days. 50 million we got him for. James Few. Now he was the guy who wanted to leave West Ham for bigger things. We're champions of Europe. This was an easy deal. And he's amazing. Now he was amazing when we signed him, but if you look at his attributes now, he's got even better. He is top class, man. It's a shame you never get to see this kid play. Seriously, so quick, so gifted. If we had snapped him off West Ham's hand this summer, he'd have gone to United, PSG, gone somewhere like that. And then our last player was Jack Smith, the fullback from City, who again is a really good player. So I think we improved, and we improved with all English players. So getting that English identity back, and surely we were going to be challenging for the Premier League title. Well, we challenged, yeah, but we didn't freaking win it. Man City, of all teams, won the league by 2 bastard points. Liverpool came 3rd, Chelsea, Southampton, and Man United, right, finished 6th. Now Manchester United replaced Jose Mourinho. You remember he got sacked after winning the league 8 times. He got sacked when we won the league, and they replaced him with Conte. Conte then came in and won the league last year, and then in his 2nd season, pretty similar to real life with Chelsea, he was shit. He got sacked. Finished 6th. Crazy. So we came 2nd, so I didn't win the league. I was heartbroken, if I'm honest. And when it came to the Champions League, I got knocked out by, I got knocked out by Liverpool. I don't know why, but up until the Liverpool game, especially after the Seville first round knockout, I'm thinking, we're going to win 3 here. I'm going to win 3 on the row. I'm going to be an absolute legend. 3 European Cups on the row. I'm going to be joining an elite group of... No, I'm not, because fucking Liverpool knocked me out. But domestically, it wasn't bad because we won the League Cup. Hey! Yeah, we beat Manchester United in the semi-final, but they were crap this year. They were shit. And then we got Leicester in the final and beat them 3-1. Happy freaking days. Casey Hayford scored. My young kids. So, yeah, I was happy. But the season wasn't finished. No, because we won the freaking FA Cup final. Finally, I completed the set. And this is the second moment I sat there after the game and thought, bastard, this would have been so good on YouTube. So it's because I've won everything now. I won a lot, you know what I mean? So I was really, really happy. I was just, yeah, gutted you didn't see it. So we won 2 domestic cups that year. Just didn't win the league or in the European Cup either. So
it was successful, but I was still disappointed. Now I know I've just said I was disappointed because we won 2 cups still, but I've lost the big ones. But we still went to the World Championship, so it was nice to repeat in this as well, to be 2-time World Champions. That's pretty cool. So going into my 3rd and final season of playing this so far, this was emotional off the pitch really when it came to transfers. I was quite happy with my squad, if I'm honest, and I was considering doing and not really buying anyone again because I really thought we could do well. But obviously buying 2 good English wingers, they played all that last year, so Kempfy didn't get to play as much as he wanted to, so we put a transfer request in. I put him up for sale. Everton came in with 53 million. I snapped the band off, right? Now, he's a good player, don't get me wrong. He was legendary for me and the series. And his all-round game is good, but the new guys was just better. And I can't blame him, he's a starter in the Premier League. He's a good player, but it's not as good as the new guy I got. And I was gutted really, because I loved him. I thought he was brilliant. So yeah, he went to Everton. This one. Pah! Was I devastated. He's been my trusty striker, right? Now, if you're a fan of the series, you'll remember at the very beginning, we had a guy called Colemandy who banged the goals in. West Brom came into us, offered 3 million when I think we were non-league still. I said no, because we need his goals, right? The chairman, Paul Maguire, overruled me, sold him, and then all of a sudden we went from having like £100,000 in the bank to 3 million, and it kind of transformed my series really. It pushed us on into the Football League and really helped me grow, right? Which is good. But it also forced me to play a kid out my youth team who I hadn't even noticed. And that guy was Dean, and he grew with the club. Every time he rose through the leagues, he grew with us. And he's been a good striker, he's been a number 1, he ended up a number 2, he was a number 3, then he was a number 4, but he was always there, trusted backup. He's not a world beater if you look at his ability, but he scored goals and he was worth 30 million. Now we sold him like last season now, and now he's gone down because I don't know if he's played that much. He doesn't look like he's played at all, so it really surprises me that they came in for him, but they did, right? So he went to Southampton, and I was just, I'd have kept him, I was happy with him. I can't believe, wants a new challenge. Dean, you are Mr. Central. So I was devastated. So obviously I needed to replace me 2 guys. So I found this guy at Liverpool, Tycoon. He wasn't great. He's alright, quickish, can cross a ball, could become good if he was 21, but he was 25, so he's perfect. Good player, a backup right winger to my new right winger. So yeah, I've got him, not bad for 15 million. And then we've got Danny Johnson. Now Danny Johnson is a bit of a legend, won millions of titles, scored loads of goals against us, you might remember, because he's the guy I used to say, why is he so good when he's finishing his 11? The reason I got him was because he was English, and the other reason I got him was because Manchester United signed some superstar striker and put him up for sale. So I was like, let's go for it. Cost me a lot of money still because he's a good player, but then I had 4 brilliant strikers then, so I was quite happy. Surely I was going to win the Premier League. But before we look at the league, I won the League Cup. Eh? I'm like the League Cup king. I also did the repeat in the FA Cup final. I keep winning cups. I'm like the Cup king actually. That's what I might nickname myself. Yeah, see? The Cup king. Because I can't stop winning cups. See what I mean? I won the Champions League, so I won the League Cup, the FA Cup and the Champions League this year. See, my squad is amazing. They're brilliant, honestly. Such a fantastic run beating into. It's quite easy actually, I won't lie. It's quite easy. Got to the final, great final. Wish I could have shared it with you. 5-3 against Chelsea in the final. Surely I did the quadruple. No. Frustration. This is what I meant at the start, how I've gone, some of it's joy, some of it's a nightmare. Crap in the league. Finished 5th twice. The only reason I've been getting in the Champions League when I have finished 5th is because I've won the Champions League. I've won 2 Champions Leagues. I've won back-to-back FA Cup and League Cups. 2-time world champion. Can I win the Premier League again? No. Man United have done it again. It's annoying. You can probably tell that by the way of speaking. I've had a lot of fun with it offline. I honestly have. And I've been trying my freaking best.
It's just so strange how I can't get that Premier League title again. I'm going to freaking keep playing this till I win the league, I tell you.
I want to have a quick look at 3 of my favourite players. Not the new guys I've brought in since the series ended. 3 guys you know as well. And the first one is Mark Shelley, who is just a beast. Now he's struggled with a few injuries. He still does struggle picking up injuries. He misses large chunks of a season, but when he plays, he's still fantastic. And I think, right, if he just didn't have them injuries, he'd be like the best player in the world, or one of the best players in the world. And yeah, even though he does get injured, I just like him because of how much he cost us. A couple $100 from Birmingham and what he turned into. It's just amazing. Next up is Ian Moss. It's another player I really like because, again, we got him low and low, quite low down. We got him from Southampton. We got him from Southampton when we got promoted and they got relegated. And I've been looking at him for a while. Good young player, and he's turned into a great young midfielder. Him and Shelley are the same age, they're both 27, and you know, if I carry on playing this offline, they're about to hit their peak. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping I can get them another league title. Now the last player I just want to have a quick look at is Damien Bissot. He's the right back that changed everything for me that last year, and he's fantastic. And the reason why I like him is because the last 2 years, right, PSG have been offering me silly money. He's worth 60 million. I turned down a bid at the beginning of last year for 103 million from Paris Saint-Germain. And he doesn't moan. He signed new deals, signed him on a new contract. He's on 200 grand a week, but he doesn't moan. He's happy. Love that. Now, we might not have won the Premier League in the 3 seasons since the end of the series on YouTube, but we're still the best team now in all of England. Does help when you keep winning the Champions League and all the domestic cups. You know, we have been successful, so I'm pretty proud of that. But I'm even more proud of this. We're the best club in the world. We are the highest ranked club in the world. So if I wanted to sign superstars and I had the money to sign superstars, I could do. But yeah, to think where we started to where I am now with this club, yeah, it's you get a massive sense. I know it's only a game, but you do get a massive sense of achievement. This is the history page. This is what could have been. Every single trophy you see above my head, we've won. We've won. I've won. We've all won. You know what I mean? Starting off with Vanarama and North, build the base. We won the Checker Trade, Sky Bet League 2 and 1. We never won the championship, remember? But I've got 3 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, 2 Super Cups. I'm not showed you them, have I? But yeah, we won them. 2 World Titles, one Premier League, and 3 Champions Leagues. That is a freaking history now to be proud of. Right guys, that is the end of it. I'm going to have to open myself a portal, go back to where I am not Manchester Central manager. I am in fact manager of the Detroit Ignition. If you haven't checked out my new series, make sure you go and check it out. There should be links down below. You'll find it on my page. We're only a few episodes into it. I'm loving making it. Go check it out. Go support it. Thank you very much. But thank you for watching this. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at a different timeline and seeing what could have been. This probably is the last time you'll ever see this timeline, although I will be playing it myself offline because I want to win the freaking league. But it's going to be the last time you see this one, definitely. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Make sure you check out all my other content. Make sure you hit the bell. You'll never miss anything I ever do. And as always, I just appreciate your support. I appreciate any like you give, any comment you make, because that all helps. Interaction helps my channel grow, and it's just cool getting to know you. I've got to know so many of you through this, and I'd like to get to know more of you. Bunch of legends, seriously. Without you, I couldn't do any of this because there won't be any reason to do it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, honestly, love you. Right, time to go home. Are you all right? Yeah, you all right? How's he gone? Did you see him leave? Nasty bit of work in, wasn't he, eh? Bit angry. You should have smelt him. Absolutely stinks of whiskey and farts, and I'm sure he didn't brush his teeth. Bloody nasty piece of work him, innit, eh? Nasty piece of work. How's he got 46,000 subscribers?